So, uh, good morning. Let us continue. So, let us continue with the last unit, that is clinical biochemistry. Um, so, under there are so many small topics will be is there. So, let us see about biomedical waste management. In short form, we call it as biomedical waste BMW, biomedical waste management. You know, there are different types of waste. Okay, there are different types of waste which is created everywhere, whether in the kitchen, whether in the road, in park or theaters, everywhere waste created. But here we specially deal with biomedical waste which is created in healthcare facilities. Okay. So biomedical waste means waste which is generated during diagnosis, treatment or immunization of human beings or animals. See, diagnosis means clinicians or doctors will diagnose. How they diagnose? Clinical examination, they collect blood, they ask to give urine specimen, they may do body fluid analysis. So, all these are biomedical waste. So, treatment also, they do some surgical procedure, dressings, all those things, and immunization, mainly needles, syringes, vials and all, even in animal and research also, in the production or testing of biological or may contain infectious agent and may pose a substantial threat to health. So, actually there is one survey diagram which shows about percentage of chemical waste. I will put the slide in uh, a group, so there it is visible. This slide is not important, just to show how much percentage is different types of waste. Okay, how much percentage it comes, different types of waste like pathological, chemical, sharp, and all. In that, actually 71% is only general waste, and pathological infectious is 19%, pathological 8%, chemical maybe 1%, sharp also 1%. Okay, so infectious is 19%. What are the source of biomedical waste? As I told you, healthcare facility. It may be hospital, small hospital, big hospital, or specialized hospital. It may be labs, clinics, dispensaries also. They use syringe, needle, dressing materials, catheter. In lab, they collect blood. They do a lot of investigation, and remaining of the serum, blood and all need to be are considered as biomedical waste. Medical research also, there are many this one they use biomedical waste, radioisotopes and so many other things. Training centers, blood banks and collection centers. Collection mainly deal with the collection of blood and all. Mortuaries, animal house, slaughterhouses, biotechnology institution, they do lot of experiment. Production unit, vaccinating centers. These are the some of the places where biomedical waste is there. Who and all risk? doctors mainly, nurses, even sanitary staff, and hospital maintenance personnel like your general duty workers, cleaners, and all. And there are patient visit hospital in an outpatient receiving treatment and health care. They are also under risk. It may be infectious material, airborne infection, maybe tuberculosis, or it is radioisotopes. So in an outpatient also, just they are coming to see the patient once in a while. They are also under risk if biomedical waste is not managed under proper guidelines. Visitors, workers in support services like healthcare, linked to healthcare facility like laundries, waste handling and transportation services, workers in waste disposal facility including scavengers, and even public health is more, especially the children playing with the items. Nowadays it is less common, but it is there still. So children playing with items they can find in the waste outside the healthcare facilities. When it is directly accessible to them, it mostly happens some government hospital in some remote places and all. Nowadays rules and regulations are very strict, even though this happens in India some places. So if biomedical waste is not managed, it causes environmental, occupational, and public health hazard. It causes pollution to the environment. Occupation, for example, needle stick injury. Sisters are best example is sisters, doctors or lab technicians. They collect blood. Accidentally, they get this one needle stick injury if things are not handled properly. Waste, okay, either while collection they get, or if the things are not handled while closing the container and all, this biomedical waste they get these injuries. Public health has hazard. Hazard means, what is the meaning of hazard? Anything that cause damage to injury to skin tissues and all. Injury to our body, anything that cause injury to our body is hazardous. Hazard we call. So types of hazards: infection. Hazard means anything that cause harm to our body. Infection, so biomedical waste may cause infection. Chemical toxicity, because lot of chemicals used in the lab, if it is directly flowing to running to common sink and all, it may cause damage to the skin and all. Physical injuries like broken glasswares and all. Radio isotope hazards, so if they are not managed properly. And genotoxicity and cytotoxicity, damage to the DNA, okay. Public sensitive issue also, if they are throwing this biomedical waste here and there, then it cause public sensitivity issue also finally. So I am putting the slides in group, so if it is not clear, no need to worry. So infectious waste, types of biomedical waste: pathological, infectious lab culture waste from isolation, pathological containing human tissue and fluid. Why human tissue and fluid? Because to identify examination whether it is cancerous or fibroid or tumor or anything, after surgery they send specimen to pathological lab which is examined by the pathologist. So they report cancerous or non-cancerous and all, but the remaining portion need to be discarded. So these portions, or the remaining portions also comes under biomedical waste. Sharp, mainly needle, scalpels used in surgery, blood collection needles, broken glass and all. Pharmaceutical, expired drug, contaminated bottles, genotoxic, cytotoxic drugs, and chemicals. Chemical waste mainly from the lab reagent, different acids and corrosives and all. We are using flammable chemicals. Waste with heavy metal, batteries, broken thermometer, mainly mercury, lead and all. Okay, pasteurized containers, gas cylinders, methane gas carried aerosol scans and all. Radioactive materials, mainly unused liquid from radiography contaminated glassware, mainly this under imaging department. Okay, medical imaging department. So there are 9 types of biomedical waste. Okay, there are different steps in biomedical waste management. One is segregation. Segregation means separation. What is the meaning? See, remember this word. Segregation is nothing but separation, means we have to separate different types of biomedical waste. Okay. Suppose contaminated you have to separate, and infectious you have to separate, and general waste without any contamination, like our paper piece, whatever we use, waste things, okay, that we have to separate, and contaminated we have to separate. Again, sharp items we have to separate, liquid items we have to separate. This together called segregation. Then storage, how to store until it is disposed. Transportation, how to transport. And treatment, because mainly infectious you have to make it as non-infectious, like sterilization, autoclaving and all. Then we can dispose. Disposal also, where to dispose, underground, or we can burn it. So these are the different, this is segregation, storage, transportation, treatment and disposal. These are the steps in biomedical waste management. Okay, so these you have to remember.